Yes, Mzansi, welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and let's dive into a pertinent conversation affecting many South Africans right now. We're going to be connecting with Isak Breitenbach, the General Manager of the South African Poultry Association, and that's to discuss the current state of SA's battle against bird flu and its far-reaching impacts and what lies ahead. Good morning, Isak. How are we doing? Are you there? Are you live? Yes, I see your beautiful face. Are you good?
Good morning, Al.
Listen, let's dive straight into this conversation. A lot of South Africans are concerned. They're possibly being overwhelmed by this information. But apparently we've actually gone through 3 major bird flus in recent times. What's made this current bird flu situation that we're dealing with right now so impactful at the moment?
Well, we're dealing with a different virus, and that is really causing the trouble for us. If you looked at the outbreak in 2017, the one in 2021, we could contain those 2 outbreaks quite easily. What has happened this time around is that we had to cull an awful amount of birds. We've culled in excess of 7.5 million birds. And the virus is more contagious. It spreads more easily with the wind. And that just makes it overall difficult for us to contain the disease to a site and eradicate the disease.
Wow. So how exactly are egg producers coping with these challenges? I can imagine this is quite a difficult feat to deal with, right?
Very difficult to deal with. This is a notifiable disease. So what that means is that should that disease be identified on a farm or diagnosed on a farm, the farmers have to quarantine the birds. They need to dispose of the birds on site. And also the product that the birds produce, like the eggs, need to be disposed of on site. And therefore, the aim is to contain the disease. Very difficult for farmers, egg-laying farmers, broiler farmers, causing big losses for us.
Wow, I'm just thinking about this. These are literal assets that have been created. The costs have already gone into it, and they're just having to cull it or get rid of it. So that takes a massive impact financially and longevity-wise. And I'm thinking to myself, with this outbreak coupled with the fact that, I mean, in South Africa, we're already dealing with load shedding as well. This is going to cause quite a significant impact. How do you expect us to recover from this?
With difficulty. We started this year in a loss situation in January. Oh, wow. And as you rightly mentioned, then we had the impact of load shedding that was really significant on our industry. Then came the highly pathogenic avian influenza, and the farmers don't only lose the birds that we cull, we also lose about 1 year's production that the birds should have given to us, that they're not giving to us. And therefore, this is obviously a complete loss to the farmer. And for us to recover from that will take probably between 6 and 18 months. We will have to replace the birds that we culled. And in some cases, the total flock of a farmer was wiped out. And he really has to start anew with absolutely nothing.
Oh, wow. My thoughts are literally going out to all these farmers right now that are so affected by this. You mentioned 6 to 18 months is the potential for us to recover from this. What happens in the meantime with regards to both the supply and also with regards to us as South Africans? Is there anything that we should be investing in or do differently now that this has come to light?
I think the one thing is that we shouldn't panic. We still have between 70 and 80% of all our birds on the floor. They still produce eggs, they still produce meat. So there's no need to panic. But we've already seen the shortage of eggs in the market shelves, and that's just the structure of the industry. If you cull a commercial layer bird today, it stops laying eggs tomorrow.
Oh, it looks like we may have just lost the sound on Isak right now. I can still see his visuals, but I do apologize, Mzansi, for that. It looks like we've just lost the audio in Isak. So, Isak, I'm going to apologize to you in advance there. It seems like we've slightly lost your audio, the connection there. But again, giving us vital insights already into the current situation. And if you are still out there, I want to say thank you for coming through and sharing this conversation with us. Really did get a chance to dive into most of what I think we wanted to discuss with South Africa right now. So, again, thank you for coming through, Mzansi. As you can see, we are faced with a bit of an issue, but Isak has definitely come through and reminded us to not panic. We still have 80% of our stock levels out there. So again, there's nothing to be too concerned about. It looks like our country are looking after us and do have this issue at bay. I'm not sure if Isak is still on the line or not, but if he is, I'll rather just say thank you to him right now. We might have a chance to chat to him later, but I mean, he definitely came through some great insights over there. So I think we can be optimistic about this. I think it is huge, and again, our hearts need to go out to all those farmers that were impacted by this. But I think at the same time, it's just great to know that there are things being done. We are being looked after, and there are solutions to this. So it looks like we are not looking in such a bad light. Mzansi, you don't have to stress too much, and things might carry on to be as excellent as they have been before. So again, Isak, thank you so much for that convo. But we carry on with some more pertinent chats right now.